What's going on, guys? Welcome back to WWE Network and Chill, where I, Graham Cheese and Matthews, break down all the original content I watch on the WWE Network. And today we're talking a very special Halloween edition for October 31st, 2020 of Talking Smack, recapping the events of Friday Night SmackDown from last night. And overall, a very fun and chaotic episode. I would expect nothing less from the Halloween edition of this show. This was all over the fucking place. So we start off the show with just Sami Zayn there. Now, I thought Sami Zayn was done co-hosting. He wasn't there last week. I forget about 2 weeks ago. But Montez Ford filled in for him last week. Sami Zayn was not only back to co-hosting this week, but really hosting the entire thing. He was the only consistent person on this entire show. Because when the show opened, Kayla Braxton was nowhere to be found. So Sami Zayn was just out there by himself, previewing Sasha Banks and Bayley for next week for the SmackDown Women's Championship on SmackDown, previewing himself versus Bobby Lashley in a champion versus champion match at Survivor Series. So he's doing all this, and then Greg Hamilton comes on out randomly to introduce Sami Zayn. And he's thinking it's for himself, but it's actually for the other Sami Zayn, the counterfeit Sami Zayn, so to speak. Kayla Braxton dressed as Sami Zayn. She's got the hat, the beard, the shirt, the jacket, the accent, which was great, the fraudulent Intercontinental Championship. Just amazing. I thought this was awesome. So they welcome on the Street Profits, the current SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and they joke about, oh, which is the real Sami Zayn? And again, this is just, it goes off the rails after this. Because, so they start talking about the Raw Tag Team title reign and how they've been champions. They have not been champions since March. They won the Raw Tag Team titles in March, were champions for over 7 months, which is almost unprecedented in this age. Usually people don't pass the 2 or 3 month mark as Tag Team Champions, as for the Raw Tag Team Champions. But Profits held those belts for over 7 months. And that's pretty impressive, obviously. So, and now they're the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and that's when Kevin Owens comes on in. Why, I don't know. Maybe he just joined randomly because he saw Sami Zayn there, and we have not seen Sami and Kevin Owens interact on TV in probably over a year. It's been a while. So, it was great to see him. They interacted. They were awesome. They just start bickering back and forth about random nonsense. And then Sami Zayn's like, oh, if Kayla's not here because she disappeared when Kevin Owens came in to go fix her mic or something. So when Kevin Owens came in, she dips, and then Sami kicks off the Profits he's like, play their music. And then he takes their red Solo cup and just chucks it. And the reaction from the Profits is priceless. That was awesome. So then they welcome on Dominik and Rey Mysterio, talking about the garbage that we saw on SmackDown last night with the Aaliyah kissing Murphy bullshit angle. And they agree, Dominik and Rey agree, that Aaliyah just isn't thinking right now. She's not thinking with what she's doing. And Sami even asks Rey, do you feel betrayed? This man did everything to hurt your family. Do you feel betrayed that your daughter is now dating this man? He didn't say dated. They were very careful to not use the word dated or kissing. I don't think they mentioned that anyway. They were just kind of alluding to how she definitely does have feelings for him because she said, I love you on the show. And then they made out. But anyway, so Rey says he tries not to blame himself. The mother is more open-minded than he is, more understanding than he is. But he has not forgotten what Murphy and Rollins have done to his family. He's not going to just let that slide. And Rey even flat out says he does not want Aaliyah in a relationship with someone who hurt their family, who hurt her family. And Owens even goes so far as to say, who's still there by this point, goes so far as to say that Rollins is one of the worst people in the world. And then he backtracks and is like, that might be a little much. Definitely the worst person on SmackDown. Easily. Which is funny. Sami says the word storyline a lot. Not storyline, but story. Or story, as he would say, jokingly. So Owens goes, no, above the story. It's in all of SmackDown, he's the worst person on this entire show. And then even Rey questions if Rollins has been pulling the strings the entire time. And Owens brings up the idea that we've all kind of had about this storyline. Could Rollins and Murphy still be in cahoots? Now, that is possible. But Murphy's gone after Rollins so many times. They had a match last week. I feel like that would be a bit convoluted. I don't want to see that anyway. But, I mean, is it an idea? Yes. Because why else would Murphy be using Aaliyah? And they even bring that up. Sami Zayn insinuates that Murphy could be using Aaliyah. And they kind of quickly get off that topic because what else would he be using her for aside from the obvious, which is fucking gross. But if it's anything else, it's not like the Mysterios are champions or have anything that he wants. So who cares, you know? If this is leading to a Murphy babyface turn, this is not how you do it, I would say. So Rey says, listen, you can target me all you want, but when you go after my son, you go after my daughter, and I have an equal amount of love for both of my children, that's when you cross a line. So the final guest they welcome on is Bayley, the now former SmackDown Women's Champion, which is strange to say. She says that she and Sammy are friends and that Kayla shouldn't be making fun of Sammy, which was hilarious. She is feeling confident going into next week's SmackDown Women's Championship rematch for the title. And Bayley says, listen, I've said in every interview that Sasha is the greatest opponent I've ever had, the greatest person I've ever stepped in the ring with, but I'm better than her. I've beaten her before. She may have gotten a lucky win at Hell in the Cell, but I've beaten her before, and I'm going to beat her again next week. And then Kayla asks the final question for the show. Are you thinking at all about Asuka potentially, if you beat Sasha next week, are you thinking at all about facing Asuka at Survivor Series, or is your focus clearly solely on next week's SmackDown Women's Championship rematch? Bayley says, I am as great as I am because I am thinking about Asuka. I am thinking about Survivor Series. I am so great that I'm going to win back the SmackDown Women's Championship, face and beat Asuka, which I've done before, and lead Team SmackDown to victory. She said she could do it all. She was Bayley Dostrap. She was on all three shows. She was doing everything for a while. And this is going to be no different come Survivor Series weekend. So I thought this was a very fun episode of Talking Smack. Usually I don't love the chaos because nothing ever really gets accomplished. But this was really entertaining with Owens and Zayn reuniting, the Profits being on there, Rey and Dominik. Although the storyline sucks, they kind of furthered that along. And Bayley was also very great too. She was very entertaining alongside Sami Zayn. So great stuff here. Check it out right now on the WWE Network, the Halloween edition for October 31st, 2020 of Talking Smack. And thank you guys, as always, for checking out my Talking Smack reviews. You can check out more Talking Smack reviews right here on the channel in the description box down below in the playlist entitled WWE Network and Chill, Talking Smack Reviews. New episodes every Thursday. Be sure to like the video, drop a comment, share the video, and subscribe to the channel for more daily content. And that's about it, folks. Just go out and enjoy your Halloween after watching Talking Smack, catching up on SmackDown. I'm going to go watch some Halloween movies. I'm not exactly sure what yet, but I know I want to watch Ghostbusters. I know I want to watch Halloween from 2 years ago, maybe the original, and potentially Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, because it's so hilariously bad I have to rewatch it again. It's such a great, bad movie to watch on Halloween, so I'm looking forward to that. But at any rate, guys, have an awesome one. I'm currently dressed as a fucking average Joe dodgeball player from the movie Dodgeball. I gotta get on out of here. Enjoy Halloween, folks. I'm Graham G.S. Matthews, and I'll catch your ass down the road.